In this video, I'm just going to be showing you some of the evening chores I have to do for my bunny and my hamster. So like feeding and cleaning, and just some regular stuff I have to do for them. So I'm going to start by preparing their dinner. So let's get started. So here are all my different pellets, oats, and other things for my bunny and hamster. So I'm just going to be starting by giving them their pellets, and then I'm going to sort out the greens and other dried herbs I'm going to give my bunny. So I'm going to be starting by giving my bunny popcorn, just a handful of this pellet mix I made. It has a bunch of different things in there: apples, little hay cubes, pellets, roses, parsley, all kinds of dried goodies. And then I'm going to bring her some of these just regular pellets. They have lots of nutrients and stuff in them. And then just a handful of oats, just because it's like a little treat. So I'm going to put that aside. Next, I'm preparing my hamster's food. So I also made this mix. It has some hamster pellets, oats, dried carrots, and other things that he enjoys. So I'm just going to pour that in his bowl. So I usually like to measure it out just to make sure I'm giving him about the right amount. So I'm going to put that with the other pellets for my bunny. Next, I'm going to grab some hay for them. So this is just plain Timothy hay. For my hamster, he doesn't really eat it, but it's a little bit softer for his bedding. So I just grab this container and I put some hay in there. And then I'll give some more to my bunny because she eats it. Hay is like the main part of a bunny's diet, so you always need to make sure your bunny has plenty of hay. And so Timothy hay is what I like to use, just because it's their favorite, and this is a good quality hay. So I'll just put that aside with their food. After I get my hay and my pellets ready, I like to pick out some dried herbs to give to my bunny. So this is all stuff I collected in the summer. I have oak leaves, goldenrod, mint, like every kind of herb in here for bunnies. So I usually to dig to the bottom just to get the finer stuff to give to her. So I'm just going to put this in this bucket here. This is a big comfrey leaf. I also have some raspberry leaves, some clover flowers, and tons of other yummy things. So I'm going to grab some goldenrod leaves. And then in here it looks like we have a whole bunch of other things. Plantain is super good for bunnies, so that's what this is. And then I collected this all myself in the summer, so there's no pesticides or like anything on them. And so it's a great thing to give to my bunny just to help her get some herbs, especially in the winter. I can't give her fresh stuff, so I like to give her this. So I'll put that bucket with my pellets over there. Next, I have some dehydrated apples that I dried myself. I like to cut these up into small pieces to scatter around my animals' cages, just so then it gives them something fun to do. And they love these apples. So I'm just going to cut these up. So now I cut up all these apples just in small little pieces. So I'm going to put those aside. I'm going to prepare some toys for the critters to play with overnight. So I have this rock here that I'm going to put inside of my hamster's cage because his nails are getting pretty long, and so I'm going to see if this will help his nails get a little shorter because he'll walk on it, and it will help rub them down. And so I'm just excited to see what he does with the rock. So I'm going to put this in his cage tonight. For my bunny, I have this piece of homemade treat I made. There's just her pellets, some oats, some carrots and apples, some honey, and some bananas in here. So she likes to chew on those, and it helps her pass the time. So I'm going to give her one of those. I also made these cute little heart treats for my bunny. These have raspberries in it, so I'm going to give her one of those. She's also battling an ear infection right now, so I'm going to give her one of these homemade oregano hay cubes, I like to call them. So I'm going to give her one of these because oregano helps with infections. So I'm just going to put one of those aside for her. And then for some more entertainment, I have this fresh branch of maple that I'm going to give my bunny. She likes to chew off the little sticks. And then for my hamster, I found this dried piece of willow, and I'm just going to give this to him to chew on. So this is Bacon's cage, my hamster. As you can see, he has trashed it. His water is really dirty, and it doesn't really look like he was using his litter box. As you can see, he kind of peed right there. There he is sleeping in his new nest. He was sleeping there for a bit, but it looks like he moved. So I'm just going to clean this all up, change his water, and sort out his cage a bit better. So I just finished cleaning up all of his cage. So I cleaned out his litter box, changed his water, cleaned underneath his wheel, and cleaned under his little house. So he is happy and walking around. So I'm just going to give him his food. So I usually like to take a bit of his food and literally just sprinkle it around just so he has to forage for it and find it. Just because if you feed your animal in the same spot every single day, it starts to get boring and they just expect their food to be always there. So I like to just scatter it around and it just entertains him for a little bit longer. And then I'm going to put this rock just right next to his water bowl. So I'm really excited to see what he does with that. As you can see, he's just filling up his little cheeks. And then he'll probably just go and stash it. So I'm going to let him do that. I'm also going to put in his stick. I have my little chopped apples, and I'm just going to scatter them around his cage just so he can find them. It looks like he is burying his food in his litter box, so I'm just going to let him do that, and I'm going to feed Popcorn. So here she's just enjoying her pellets and her dinner. So while she eats and makes a mess of her food, I'm just going to give her her hay and her toys. So she's just playing around in her hay. So I'm just going to take the dried herbs and I'm just going to put them on her hay. So then she can find them all and forage through it. There's her delicious pile of dried herbs. And then I have the little treat for her, so I'm just going to throw that in there. As you can see, she's just chewing on her little stick. She always enjoys it when someone holds it for her. So this is really good for her teeth and just entertainment. She really, really enjoys chewing sticks. It doesn't take her long to chew a whole stick. So now I just have those dried apples that I cut up. I'm just going to sprinkle this in her straw so she can find them all. And then I have her little treats, so I'm just going to put these in there too.